now moves forward to bid a formal but nevertheless sincere welcome to our visitor from the United States.
Uchterein Ursel. In einem winter na heren, ille. Agus haragan, Crin 100,000 fáilte rood. Crin de hacht geheren, evenes chrí gach dinne agi. Agus tamid buiachtiad. Mr. President, I have thought it fitting that my first words of welcome to you should be in our native language, the language of your ancestors, the language that was spoken by the great Canadian clan of the Dal Gash, who, under their mighty King Brian, 9.5 centuries ago, not far from the spot on which we are standing, broke, smashed the invader, and broke the North power forever. Our welcome, Mr. President, is universal and heartfelt. We welcome you in the first place as the head and chief executive and first citizen of that great Republic of the West, upon whose enlightened, wise, and firm leadership hangs the hope of the world. We welcome you in the second place as the representative of that great country in which our people sought refuge when driven by the misery of tyrant laws from their motherland, sought refuge and found themselves and their descendants a home in which they prospered, won renown, and gave distinguished service in return. Finally, Mr. President, we welcome you for yourself as a distinguished scion of our race, who has won first place amongst his countrymen, first in 180, in a nation of 180 millions of people. We are proud of you, Mr. President. We admire you for the leadership you are giving. We trust that under God's inspiration and with his help, you will be able to accomplish the aims which you have in mind, the aims of all who love mankind. We wish God's blessing upon you and upon your work. Fad Seodich, Baal o Year, Ortfein, de Forum, Agus de Chij Ebre.
Now President Kennedy steps forward to reply.
There are many reasons why I was anxious to accept your generous invitation and to come to this country. As you said, 8 of my grandparents left these shores in the space almost of months, and came to the United States. No country in the world, in the history of the world, has endured the hemorrhage which this island endured over a period of a few years of so many of her sons and daughters. These sons and daughters are scattered throughout the world, and they give this small island a family of millions upon millions who are scattered all over the globe, who have been among the best and most loyal citizens of the countries that they have gone to, but have also kept a special place in their memory, in many cases their ancestral memory, of this green and misty island. So in a sense, all of them who visit Ireland come home. In addition, Mr. President, I'm proud to visit here because of you, an old and valued friend of my father, who has served his country with so much distinction, spreading over the period of a half a century. He has expressed in his own life and in the things that he stood for the very best of Western thought and, equally important, Western action. And then I'm glad to be here because this island still fulfills a historic assignment. There are Irishmen buried many thousands of miles from here who went on missions of peace, either as soldiers or as churchmen who traveled throughout the world carrying the gospel, as so many Irish have done for so many hundreds of years. So, Mr. President, with the special pride that I feel in my country, which has been so generous to so many immigrants from so many different countries, I want to say that I'm happy to be here tonight.